Hello and welcome to the final 9 of the OTB Open presented by MVP Disc Sports. We're on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
And I'm Raven Klein.
That's just who we are.
Just a bunch of birds.
We are watching Natalie Ryan shoot a smoking hot 5 down through 9, trying to reel in Paige Pierce. There's a 5-stroke difference right now. Jennifer Allen, 1 down for the round. Missy Gannon sliding back a little bit. I believe she's in 8th, tied for 8th right now. Julianne Korver and Alexis Manduhano moving up the leaderboard. Ella Hansen, Holland Hanley, Katrina Allen 3 down. A lot of movement still can happen on this final 9.
Yeah, I bet a lot of those players are, probably running a couple things and really just trying to make up those strokes.
Hole 10, you're throwing over that great blue heron. We've seen the big hyzer line on the right or kind of a flex shot over the small trees. On your second shot, depending on where you land, a lot of people are just kind of throwing past these trees and playing for par. It is difficult if you play the initial flex shot to get down here for a birdie. We've seen Paige and Natalie go right side and then throw over the water to get a birdie look. This is the flex shot, which is different from what Natalie did yesterday.
This is a really fun, but also can be annoying part of the course. You have like 3 fairways that get kind of close to each other, and there's always people chatting and cheering, and it's just a fun area. I don't know.
Yeah,
cool spot for the spectators.
A lot going on. Jen not looking happy with that. Yep, she didn't turn it enough, and it hyzers out pretty hard.
There is an OB green over there. She's not.
There,
I don't think she's close to it, but that's probably the closest I've seen someone get to it.
So, Paige sticking with her hyzer route play.
Nice line.
This tends to land pretty close to that big tree right there, and then leaves, a pretty intimidating approach shot over the water.
Missy taking the flex line.
Yeah, she gets a little bit more turn on it, and she's in a good spot. But again, we're going to see how hard it is to attack the pin from this left side.
Missy's probably going to keep this lower and just try and stay over land the whole way.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like that.
That's beautiful.
That's really nice.
Well, that's a great shot.
It's one of the best second shots I've seen from that left side. I mean, she's still in circle 2, but should be able to hopefully give it a run.
Yeah, it can be hard because you still almost want to hyzer something. Oh, that's... Come on, Jen. Hang out.
Come on, no.
Oh.
Dang.
Wow, that was looking so nice.
Such a good effort.
But yeah, you want to take slightly hyzer so you can go toward the basket, but the way that the ground slopes is you sometimes get like an anti-skip, and you'll just go straight into the water. Paige playing that safer.
Very safe.
And really just not trying to risk that edge.
She's just outside the circle for a birdie. Natalie looking like she's trying to go right around the tree, but kind of squares it up. Just playing for par.
She'll just be pitching up now.
That's a little nerve-wracking. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
First mistake, really, from her.
Anyone?
Missy, long look for birdie.
Yeah. If he's putting you up there.
Definitely not losing strokes with a par here.
No. Get in. Oh. That's a great bid from Paige.
Paige's been all over the basket from circle 2. Jen for a par save. A few feet outside the circle. Oh, she's just laying up. Jen conceding the bogey. Natalie much closer for her par save.
And making good...
Or sorry, bogey. God,
yeah.
I can do math.
It's all right. It happens.
It happens a lot. I apologize to all of you that still listen to me. Thank you.
Paige grabbing her par. There were 2 birdies on the day. Ella Hansen and Katrina Allen. I'm curious if Katrina and Ella went around on the hyzer route or if they went up the gut.
I guess we'll never know.
Or I'm curious about Katrina's. Ella went up the gut. Hole 11, we have a par 4, 535 feet. This fairway goes along the left side of that last fairway. Most people you're just going to see either throwing a backhand getting up to this edge of like the shadow and sun, possibly a forehand. And then your second shot plays to an island. So you have to shoot over the water. Preferably, I think if you're going to risk OB, go deep, get over the land and then just try and make your putt.
Real quick in the top left-hand corner, we got some new merch. We got dad hats, bucket hats, mugs, got the aprons, got the mouse pads. Check it out at gkprodisc.com/shop. And thank you for your support.
You want to have 2 hot geese with you everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
Look at all these geese.
So many hot geese. That's a great distance from Paige and pushes the OB, which is great because it leaves a shorter upshot.
If you can push and get further along the left side of the fairway, you can decrease, obviously, there's more land anyway for you to get up there and have a shorter pitch up to the basket.
This is Missy's Tour Series Thrasher, also in an excellent spot to attack. I believe this is an Explorer from Natalie. That looks like good turn as long as it kind of checks up. I like that.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Guess that's the spot.
Though, that doesn't mean anything, though.
I feel like this card's done that a couple times.
Oh, is that where you land? Okay, cool.
Ooh, that's a little too safe.
And that's a super common error, not wanting to push. She can still go across from there.
If you pull yourself short and hyzer out early like that, the only thing you have to contend with is this tree that's kind of blocking the basket if you were to hyzer a little early.
Interesting that she's still going standstill. I mean, she has so much power, so why not? But usually you see a full run up. Oh, come on, do it!
Oh.
I'm not sure if that crossed. I think she'll have to take it from the water's edge on the short side.
Yeah, it didn't look like it did.
Mm-hmm. Missy, I like the width and shape of this. Great shot.
She'll have a birdie putt look back at the water.
Yeah, I love the hyzer that swings around to the safer right side.
Yeah, there's so much more space on the right side of the basket.
Like, this makes me nervous. I'm sure it's good. It looks great. But it sure makes me nervous.
Yeah.
What a shot from Natalie.
I like seeing players throw directly at the basket.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't?
But if you have a disc that's too stable, you're OB in a matter of like 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Paige doesn't sound like she likes it. And that makes sense. Pushing it too deep, finding that OB. But she crossed inbounds, so at least she'll be on the other side for her next shot.
Yeah, it leaves kind of a long putt for a par save, though.
It does.
Jen just trying to save a bogey at this point. A decent shot.
It's perfect.
Paige, long look for par. That's it. Missy for birdie. There it is.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
Great job, Missy.
Saw her miss a couple of those at the end of the front nine. That one was in the whole way. Great putt.
Jen grabbing her bogey there.
Lefty tap in for birdie from Natalie. Still keeping it at that. Or, well, 4 strokes now.
4 strokes.
With
Yep,
Paige's
she gained
bogey.
one right there.
So it's, I mean, getting pretty tight here. Hole 12 is a par 3, 362. You're kind of trying to miss the tree we just passed on a flex line for most of the field to try to get a putt. A lot of these ladies can just throw straight and let it hyzer out at the end. We'll probably see the flex line from Missy here.
Nice little flip up there.
That's looking great. Get it some nice skips.
That's beautiful.
Circle's edge.
You'll see some people swinging their hyzer out on the right side of the tree, but what I find with that is that they always end up deep of the basket,
Yep.
like by edge of circle at least.
Yeah, you really want to swing in right before. Like this, it's just like you're talking about, looking like the back side of the tree.
Oh, that was
look,
great.
it's perfect.
I will say, I haven't seen anyone else throw it with that much height.
Yeah.
It's
Also-
usually those lower line drive.
Yeah.
On the right
Anytime you
side?
make like a declarative sentence that this is what happens,
They
the opposite will
always
happen.
do something
So
else.
just, be careful. Paige skipping out into circle 2. And that branch will probably be in the way for a run.
Yeah, it would have to be a very like low laser type putt.
Like a throw. Jen, this is 2 turned over. See how stable it is. Oh my god. She's 100 feet past the best.
It's totally the opposite way of thinking.
Not quite that far.
Where Paige is at.
Probably edge of circle 2.
But definitely out
Deep.
there.
Yeah.
Stay up.
I think she wanted to give it a little bit more of a bid, but she just threw that too low.
The low line drive. Oh, such a good effort. Yeah, that branch is really well placed. Come on, Missy.
Oh, man. That's a great bid from Missy. Just falling out on that right side.
Wow, and that's to take it to 3 strokes. Great.
Great birdie from Natalie.
Yeah.
Per the last couple days, this hole just plays at an even par.
Yeah, exactly. Dead even.
You know, I bet a good number of looks at birdies, either at edge of circle or circle 2, but just a tough one with these low branches.
Yeah, all the par 3s out here really make you throw kind of a specific line, too. Versus the longer holes give you more options.
All right, so 1 birdie on the card and then 3 pars. We have hole 13, a par 3, 337 feet. There is a mandatory on this right side that we're passing. Most players are, I think, you see a lot of forehands on this hole. The backhand is really tight. It can work. And then I've seen some rollers play along the left side where they're just like, I don't want to deal with the trees at all.
Yeah, the backhand can get there, but it's specific.
Yeah. I do like the backhand flex versus trying to get on that right side because you just contend way too much.
Right. It
with
does tend to
the
leave
mandatory.
you a bit more of a putt like this, but that was well executed from Natalie. Yeah, this is the right side. There's a lot more trees to navigate. And what did she hit? The tree root?
I think, just the root of, I think, the mando tree.
Yeah. So yeah, that mandatory comes into play if you throw that right side and kind of get a hold of your disc. You really, if you take that route, want to swing in.
Come on.
Whoa.
Oh, keep going. Wow.
I love listening to crowd noises when weird stuff happens. They're like, oh.
So
It's still
you've
rolling.
seen, I mean, and Jen's probably not going to throw the sidearm, so we almost got to see all 4 throws.
Yeah, Jen looking like she's trying to go flex, but doesn't quite get over on it.
Seemed
And
almost
kicks out
a
left.
little early release and definitely too high.
No forehand from Jen.
Stay up. God dang it.
That's always so frustrating. If you maybe don't have a great drive and you're set up to still have a decent approach and you just don't execute.
Paige executing, though. Patent pending from around that tree. It's a great touch.
Missy looking like she's gonna give it a bid.
Oh, yeah.
Decent distance on it, but just leaves it left.
Anna, no, Annie.
Jen for a long par save.
Leaving that low. She'll be tapping in a bogey here on hole 13.
Another one.
Oh man, Natalie really starting to heat up here. 3 bogeys in a row.
Oh, here we go. Here's that
Oh,
GK
this SD card
replay.
was good. so smooth.
Yeah, look at that open hand with all that spin. She gives a fist bump
She
before
knows.
it goes in. I mean, that's huge. We're down to 2 strokes, people.
And
I
Paige
definitely
with the par, yeah.
didn't think it would get close. Like, I thought Paige was kind of going to run away with it, you know?
Yeah, she's done that before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what a show from Natalie.
And I mean, she shot a 5 down in the front 9, but Paige was still getting her birdies. So it was a good battle, but there was such a deficit at the beginning that this is really great.
Hole 14 is a super technical par 3, 351. The way to get there is really a hyzer. There's OB all along the left side and a green on the right side that can definitely come into play in a hot second. You see a lot of low laser backhands that kind of just hopefully miss the tree. Like, there's really tiny little gaps on this. You can go, let's see, yep, that's probably the biggest gap, but it can bring the golf green into play.
Get the skip.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
That's amazing.
I consider that pretty much like the only way to park it with a backhand.
Yeah, I think so,
skipping
too.
off the green.
Yeah, it's risky.
Missy looking like she took the line, but she's going to leave it short of the green, which is good.
We saw Paige get there through kind of that second really skinny gap on day 1. Yeah.
Catching that tree. That is really the main issue with the backhand.
I mean, just look at it. That is not a big gap.
No.
And this is the other common play, just going down the, or I guess up the gut, and just fading or turning before the tree, rather.
Yeah, and it does line up well for a sidearm.
Yeah. But it's, I mean...
But you have the OB along the left side, and it's not just the water, it's actually an OB line.
Yeah, and you have to have a really low power sidearm to get there.
Yes.
A little bit of action on the green there. Paige will have a bit of a putt left.
Missy just swinging in her hyzer approach and
beautiful
in the bullseye.
This is about as close as you see them get when you take that kind of up the gut line. It's hard to get, farther than edge of circle 2 with that play.
And it's a fairly low ceiling, but the ground also slopes up. So as you get up the fairway, your gap just keeps decreasing between the ground and the trees.
That was an important putt with Natalie parked for her birdie, not turning it into a 2-stroke swing.
Is that 4 birdies in a row for Natalie?
That sounds right. 1-stroke ball game. Off ball game.
Welcome to Frolf Ball.
I hate it. I want to take it back.
Yeah, that's on you.
I know.
Let's do a little check-in here on our leaderboard. Oh, man. Okay. So Natalie's shooting 8 down for the round, bringing the total score to within 1 stroke.
Yeah, Paige even on the round, bleeding a couple strokes on the back so far. Juliana Korver and Ella Hansen both 3 down for the round, moving into the 3rd and 4th place positions. A lot of movement.
Yeah. Hole 15, par 4, 491 feet. The main play, and the one I assume for most of this card, is going to be straight over the water, right up the gut, trying to get into this grass here. There's an OB green on the right, OB water on the left, and to clear the water off the tee, it's about 300 feet to the edge. That's looking absolutely perfect.
That's perfect. That's everything you could ever want. Wow, she's even closer than yesterday. That's
Catching
circle
up
2.
to the chase card here with her drive.
A little ankle biter. So that's a guaranteed birdie.
Oh, wow, look at that drop.
Looks like she...
Probably getting pretty close to the water line there.
No, it says 300, but I think it just
feels further. Yeah.
Maybe just because you can't really hyzer out at the end.
No, you can't.
With that OB line there. Like, this is dangerous. So she's across, but still out of bounds.
So that one, I assume her card will give her that she did cross in bounds. It is hard to see from there, though, because that, like, the spikes or the reeds and then the tree, those are not in bounds. There's a little... they look spiky.
You're right. Oh, look at this. Oh, yeah.
I mean, she loves it. The crowd loves it. I love it.
Me too. Man, some great shots. The great thing about going across on the first shot is it leaves like a relatively simple approach.
Yeah, the hardest thing is that the basket's on a little hill.
On the hill, right.
Yeah.
So picking your landing spot's important. Like that.
Yeah, I like Missy going for more of that spike approach, at least on the right side of the hill.
Sure.
Definitely dangerous if you're water side.
Look at these just jump putt approaches.
She definitely wanted to push that closer.
Yeah.
So she had less to think about.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to leave yourself any kind of putt when you're that close.
I feel like if this was day 1 or day 2, we might see her giving that more of a run. But she's just gonna, Natalie's just gonna lay up and take her birdie. Lay up and take her birdie.
Bummer. Looks like there was a goose fight. There's a bunch of feathers on the ground. Dang, Missy leaving it a bit low. Jen for her birdie.
Stay up.
Ugh.
Yeah, Jen just kind of struggling.
Oh no, sit down.
On those tester putts today.
Yeah, that's a frustrating one for her for sure. A little birdogey action.
Par.
Bar.
There's nothing.
Eagle par. That's right. She was so far up. Not even birdogey.
Eaglar.
It might feel like one though. An
Yeah.
eaglar.
Yeah. Yeah. That's totally what that was.
So yes, misspoke. That is her par.
Yeah.
But that's how it feels.
Yeah. Hole 16, 299. We got an under 300-foot hole.
Let's
technically. You got some choices. You can go huge hyzer. You can go kind of lower line hyzer that needs a skip at the end. You can go sidearm. You can go straight backhand. I'm going to shut up and let's watch them.
Natalie taking that low sidearm approach,
Yeah, what
pushing
power.
it past the basket. She'll be outside of the circle, but in the clear.
Yeah, still a risky putt on the hillside. This is my preferred play. You just kind of have to depend on a good skip. Like that. Yeah, Missy.
There we go,
Slam
Missy.
dunk that one in.
Are her arms long enough to slam?
Probably
that one?
not. Here's the straight play, getting a little bit of everything, and then here is the common
danger, yeah.
side effect of that play.
Didn't quite get enough flex on that, but pumped it.
Yeah.
She's so used to all these 600-foot holes.
Big hyzer. Oh, I wanted to see it all. Greedy that way. Oh, look at this. Come on, settle. Boy.
So much
Great
power.
line, just too much power. I wish I had that problem.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, what a bummer of
Envious
a
over here.
problem.
Boy.
Paige not even gonna bother with that.
That's
She's gonna,
smart.
I mean, in the position she's in right now, it's gonna make Natalie have to make a choice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Pressure's on her. All right, leave it for
Smart
another
play.
hole. Mm-hmm. Not that
Yeah.
hole.
Not this hole. I mean, having it all tied up, take those pars.
And 17 and 18 are two of the harder holes out here, so a lot can happen. They're both birdieable, but also both double bogeyable.
Agreed.
I was trying to smash the box.
Oh, man. Hole 17, we have a par 4, 569 feet. If you can get a hyzer, you're going to have to keep it low, but you want to shoot through this gap and try and get into this open space that we just flew over. You have the water OB along the entire side, and the basket sits on a little peninsula. Your second shot, possibly going safe, playing the forehand so that you at least cross land. But I actually like the hyzer play over the water.
Yeah, I do too, but, you know, you can do so much here.
It's true. It's another, even though there's a lot of OB, this still has some fairly different choices.
Yeah. Missy's in a good spot there with that hyzer play. Uh-oh.
I like Natalie taking this outside line of the tree. That branch probably saved her. I forgot to mention there is an OB green on the left side of the fairway.
Yeah. But green light for Paige here. Much better height.
That's a beautiful shot.
Great distance.
I mean, for a second here, let's just think about that. We're on hole 17, and it is all tied up.
Yeah. Right, there's definitely, it's match play at this point. Low hyzer
I'm liking that.
with all of the power.
Oh,
Dang,
wow.
no.
That looked so nice.
Man, that was going to be so far up there. She's still in a good spot, to be honest. So Natalie, it'd be nuts to go for this, right? I mean, maybe she will. She definitely has the power. It is wide open.
Oh, come on.
Get there. Get there.
Oh, dang. That is such a bummer. I mean, she was in good position. She's fought so hard and, what, a foot shy?
Yeah. So.
And she'll only be moving up, 40 feet.
Yeah, I mean, and that's going to be even a tough bogey to get. Jen short too. That was that low line from Jen. See if Missy does more of the spike hyzer. Yeah.
So safe.
So common on this hole. The safest.
It's kind of interesting. Everyone's trying to clear the water, but I think when you're a player like one of these ladies who has the power, you're almost thinking, oh, don't overshoot the basket and hit the water on the deep end.
Yeah, but then at least
and
you
then
cross,
they end up shorting.
Yeah.
Agreed, but I think it's, very safe.
Well, I mean, Paige doesn't really need to take the stroke with the birdie with Natalie taking the bogey. Like, she's already getting a stroke, so I think that's really smart. Jen trying to put it close and save a bogey. That's hyzering way more than she wants. You see that time and time again on 17 on the approach shots, just like accidental safest hyzer. This is an important shot for Natalie. Gets it in the circle.
That's a great shot. I mean, not pushing it too wide, but just kind of taking a slightly more direct line.
Yeah, it takes a lot of guts to do that.
Yeah. Paige, nice and easy, laying up into the bullseye, and she'll be grabbing a par on 17.
This looks like she's lining it up. Nope.
For a second.
She had the full routine, so I thought maybe. But Missy just taking the par, which is smart. Jen, getting a little flirty with the water.
Dang.
Natalie cages that one. Double bogey. So Paige has a two-stroke cushion going into 18. Natalie would have to birdie and Paige would have to bogey. I mean, 18's
it's always possible,
you know.
Yeah, I mean, hole 17, second hardest on the day. We actually did have like 4 birdies today, though, which is great. I mean, you can dissect this hole and play it safe and get that birdie, but par feels good.
All right, let's wrap it up. Hole 18, par 4, 594. You're trying to get to this corner. You really don't want to be short right. That means you're playing for par. There's about a 30-foot fairway, painted OB right and left that kind of opens up into a keyhole, maybe 50 feet on either side of the pin. This first shot, again, you have some choices. Forehand, flex backhand. You can actually fade out a good bit to the left before there's an OB line. Like, that's fine for Missy.
Yeah,
It's
leaving that low, getting some good ground play.
maybe just a little short of where you really want to be to attack, but a fine spot.
There are those 2 large trees at the end of the fairway, and if you push left of the first one, most of the time people kind of line up to shoot right between them on either like a forehand or like a backhand flex up the fairway.
Like this from Paige.
And there you go.
Nice, smooth, easy shot.
Speak it into action.
And I mean, she only needs to par, really. Even if Natalie birdies, she can't catch her.
Throwing that a little low. Oh, catching that tree.
Yeah,
She'll still be able to get up and down for her
par,
par, but
yeah.
that's, you know, that's a bummer for Natalie. Yeah, Jen.
that looks great. Just get
around
past the corner. That's not... They're cheering, but that's not it. I think she's going to be pretty tucked. So, actually, Natalie... Oh, yeah, so that black thing that you see there is just kind of right of, a few feet inside of the out-of-bounds line.
Oh,
I was going
darn.
to say it makes a really good aiming point, but you need to be to the right of it. So Natalie, I mean, that seals the deal. Paige has won this. Natalie should have an easy second place. I mean, she still played an amazing round and has a ton of strokes on third.
Yeah, I mean, her performance today was truly something to see.
I mean, to make it a battle going in with an 8-stroke deficit, that's impressive.
Yeah, I assume nobody really expected. I mean, maybe Natalie expected. You know, she knew. She's like, I'm going to do this.
Maybe
but
nobody else.
I don't think Paige expected it to be that close and to have to really fight for those strokes in the middle there.
Okay, love seeing this play. So she did make the corner, which is awesome. And she's throwing over out of bounds pretty much the entire way to land inbounds. So the branches took off some steam. She's not happy with it, but it'll be a nice par to finish for Jennifer Allen.
Swinging a wider hyzer for
in?
Missy.
No.
The angle looked like it for sure.
Right.
Getting inside the circle, and she'll have a mid to deep circle 1 putt.
Paige, one final Crystal Fierce upshot.
You might recognize the shape of this hole. It's very similar to hole 18 at Worlds last year.
Right,
I don't
where
think...
James Conrad had his famous shot to push a playoff.
Yes. Yeah, I don't see Paige missing that opportunity.
Natalie just kind of looks like, I mean, she knows she didn't win. Didn't look super focused on that shot, so.
Jen laying up there.
Paige gets it done.
Paige grabbing her par.
Defending her title from last year. She's got all 2 of the OTB Open titles. And just a putt for pride there. Unfortunate double bogey finish, but a solid second place, and what a run from Natalie Ryan.
It was great to see the crowd out there and like really showing her some love. A great putt from Missy to finish out her hole 18 with a par. And Jennifer Allen with a par. Love seeing everyone make their final putts.
Your winner of the 2022 OTB Open, presented by MVP Disc Sports, Paige Pierce.
Yeesh.
I am standing here with Paige Pierce, your 5-time world champion, and more importantly right now, your 2-time OTB champion. Giving a few knuckles to the competitors. Paige, shed some light on how you're feeling.
Oh my God, I'm shaking. My fingers are shaking. I was trying to text Alyssa and, you know, I misspelled like 10 words because I'm just so nervous. Like, this is the best crowd we've seen since Waco. So, you know, a mix of my competitor charging, Natalie Ryan just put on a hell of a battle there. So that was incredible. And then the crowd and it being 90 degrees. So, yeah, I was actually talking with Simon last night, and we were both kind of sharing the sentiment of like that while we're out there playing, it's so hard to think about golf, and you're always thinking about what people are saying or what are the commentators saying. And you know, I think that it gets to us as competitors. Sorry, I have a whole thing I want to say, so I don't even remember your question. But you know, I think to everybody like that think they can't do something, like you think you can't play the piano, you think you can't throw a roller, you think you can't come back from a 9-stroke deficit, like you think I can't come back after she catches me and the momentum's clearly in her favor. You can do anything. Like you, and as the media, as the commentators, as the spectators, as your friend and your mom and whoever you are, lift the people around you up. Don't put this doubt in their head that might not even be there. Lift them up, you know. As you competitors in the booth, who is it today? I think Elaine and Ian. You know, I hope when I watch this back, you guys are giving all the competitors boosts of energy, because we feel that. And when the crowd's cheering for us, we feel that. So I hope that, you know, we paralleled from the music last night. I'm so proud to be part of this era of disc golf and the Disc Golf Pro Tour, where this is a new era. You know, there's live music going on, and I got teary-eyed last night watching this little kid and his father on the center of the dance floor, just like sharing a whole moment that they're going to live for forever. And I hope that, you know, Natalie feels that today, I feel that today, and everyone that was here. You know, we're, you know, remember the moments. Don't just think for the next moment ahead. So I feel great. I feel great. I'm so happy to come out here to Stockton and be a part of this event. I truly think this is the next era of disc golf here at this event.
Well said by your champion, Paige Pierce.
No questions, right?
No more questions.
Sorry.
No, that was beautiful.
Love that from Paige. Some inspiring words. And I'm kind of just stunned. I don't even want to talk anymore. She just said some great stuff. Look at that back 9 from Natalie. What a charge. 17 and 18 finishing very dramatically. Missy with a super clean back 9, 2 down, holding on to 6th place, and Jennifer dropping to a tie for 7th. Congratulations to Juliana Corver, 4 down to secure solo 3rd. Ella Hansen and Alexis Mandujano moving up for a tie for 4th.
Yeah, it was great to see everyone play today. I kind of also am at a loss for words. I really like Paige's approach there. It was a really great day of disc golf.
Yeah, absolutely. Proud to be a part of it. Thank you so much for all of you who support us, just listening, not just the FPO VIP members, but all of you. Yep, we are all disc golf, and just can't thank you enough. As a small thanks, we're doing a giveaway, got a disc and a pin. We did a random drawing earlier, so Meg Martinson, look for a message from GK Pro. Thank you for being a VIP member. If you're interested in supporting GK Pro and FPO coverage, check out gkprodisc.com. Thank you. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Raven Klein.